Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to my YouTube channel as well as Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. As I begin sharing my near-death experience, all of the many things that I was shown and places that I visited, one of the most interesting, memorable events that I remembered was when I did cross over. I did see these 12 spirits, and I won't call them male or females because they were more just spirits. And we'll get into that later on, but these 12 spirits were very kind, very loving, very sweet, and they truly cared about me. They truly cared about how I was feeling, and that is the one of the biggest things that they shared with me is their love that they had for me. And people can call it whatever name that they wish. You can call it judgment or your life evaluation process. But they said to me that I was there to go back and evaluate my life, that I was going to be the one to tell them, what do you think your life or the meaning of your life experience, how do you rate how you did? And of course, I was very stunned. I was shocked. And as we began going through, it was as if a movie screen, a massive screen was in front of me that I was shown, but not only shown, you're literally in the life experience. You go back, screen, play by play. You stand in your same body, you feel your emotions, but you feel everybody else's emotions around you too. So as I was taken back to childhood, elementary school, every level, I felt everybody else's emotions, everybody else's feelings, not just my own. And I was shown every event that I had, the people that I interacted with, events that happened to me, how I responded to them. And we went through my whole entire life. My children, my spouses, everything. My parents, siblings. You go through your life process and you feel everybody's emotions. So when you maybe hurt someone, maybe you were mean, maybe you were having a rough day, you didn't just feel your emotions, you felt theirs on your response, how you interacted with them. And of course, as we went through that whole process, we humans tend to be really super hard on ourselves, really hard on ourselves. In our mind, we put ourselves clear up here, like we should be top notch. We should be the best at everything. We don't fail. I mean, there's just no way. What I do, it has to be done right. It has to be done correctly. So, of course, at the end of that level of the life evaluation process, totally F. No, bad. Oh my gosh, it was so awful. I hurt this lady's feelings. I made her feel bad. And it wasn't that I did anything really drastically wrong. It was just that there was the small things. It was maybe I could have been nicer to the boy in school that was going through a rough time, and I wasn't. I thought about myself, guilty. So it was all these little things that I saw that automatic F, done. Yep, I failed. Easy. And then they said to me, okay, wait a second. So hold on here. Why don't we go back and do this again? So the movie began to play again, and they stood right beside me. And we all went through the process, screen by screen, play by play. And again, my feelings and emotions, everyone else's feelings and emotions was shown and felt. And I said, look, I was mean to that little boy. I wasn't even nice to him. I didn't even share my lunch, and he hardly had nothing, and I ate it all. Small things. And they said, okay, just hold on a second. You didn't share your lunch and your snacks with him because you didn't have a lot. And you were raised with very little. Maybe you weren't shown and taught how to share. They showed all the different levels on why I was the way that I was. And the same with you. We do things on this planet because of the way that we were raised, our experiences, the different people, and how we interpreted their behaviors to us, which may not have been their intention as they were experiencing what they were experiencing, but maybe it's what we heard or I heard. So they were the ones that kind of put things in greater perspective. It's not like that. Come back over here. Look at this scenario, this slide, this slide, this slide. How you were raised, your parents, your upbringing, all of those factors came into play, because it wasn't just as simple as in, oh, there's an F, done. No, all these different areas and levels come into play where you are evaluated because of everything else. So then I kind of stepped back and thought, okay, all right. So then there's a third part. So the first step was me evaluating myself. And the second was we do it together in a more greater perspective where it's shown more greater, where it's fair. The third step was where they kind of stepped in and they did the life evaluation process. And of course, this step I haven't experienced yet. So that is the final life evaluation process of the earth life that you are in. So then they also showed me that you can accumulate different extra, you always hear the saying, brownie points. So during the second evaluation, they said, okay, but because you did nice things, of course I did lots of foster care. I had tons of kids, a lot of kids, and I gave them my home. And even though I got paid, they showed the imbalance. They showed the loving from the heart. They showed giving unconditionally. And I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that. Is what I'm saying is that whether you're paid, even if you have a job, do you give that job your 100%? Do you love your customers? Do you love your clients? Do you go above and beyond the pay or the extra mile? This comes in to factor. It's the small things that you do in life that can give you the extra brownie points that when this life is done, they come into play. They're very important. And it was just the slightest of actions. A smile, a kind word, loving gesture. Did you listen to someone? Did you ask someone how they were and you really meant it? What about just giving that extra $20 to someone in need? And then you do it out of kindness, from your heart, from a loving place. These are the things that are really, really important. There's those extra things that you do that make all of the difference. And I wasn't asked all these fancy words. Did you do certain things? you're going to be saved. No. The biggest question I was asked is, how did you treat your fellow man? Were you nice? Were you kind? Were you loving? Were you a mean person? Were you a bully? Those were the questions I was asked. And those were the things that I was, if you will, judged on. That's how I was looked upon, is how I treated others. So if I can just leave this video with you, to be nice to people, to love them unconditionally, to give from your heart. Don't do it because we're going to get the extra brownie points. It's nice to know they'll be there because they do keep tabs. But just know that it means everything, that one little nice thing that you do. So until next time, jump over to fsma.life. Check out lots of free stuff over there. There's also psychic video courses that you can look at, check out as well. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will connect with you again very, very soon. Blessings to you.